Greetings, YouTube. I've been contacted by someone asking for some advice. Now, the person is looking for some advice concerning magic systems in different role-playing games. They are in the process of writing their own role-playing game, and they're looking for some ideas about how to use a comprehensive magic system that would be interesting and effective, and potentially be something out of the ordinary. So, to further that cause, they've asked me to give them five examples of what I consider to be solid magic systems of the role-playing community, the available things that have already been in print, so they have something to work from as points of reference, which is, a laudable goal and makes sense. So I've been pondering this over the past couple of days, and I've come up with some. For example, under D20, I would suggest looking at Psionics Unleashed and Radiance, which I think are both two good examples of how to run magic systems in the D20 system, and that are fairly different from each other, and different from Vancian Magic, which is, glued to the concept of Dungeons and Dragons. But I would only consider that one example, because that falls under the rubric of D20. It's in the D20 tent, if you will. Sorry, cat hair, I'm petting the cat. I also thought of Harp. The way Harp handles magic, I thought might also be a good example of a system that I think is pretty decent. In fact, Harp would be the second game I would turn to if someone said they wanted to run a fantasy game, but they didn't want to use D20 or Dungeons & Dragons, the whole Pathfinder community thing. I would probably go with Harp. Another option I think would be Savage Worlds. Now, I don't like the Savage Worlds Benny's mechanic. I think it's in the DNA of the game, and I don't like Benny's. I don't like action points. I never have, and I probably never will. But I think there are other things about the Savage World system that I like. But I'm coming up empty after that. I'm not thinking of 4 and 5. So I'm having a hard time coming up with the 4th and 5th good example of a comprehensive, complete magic system that differs from the first three I just mentioned, D20, Harp, and Savage Worlds, that this person could use as a reference. So, I am turning to the RPG Brigade here on YouTube and asking, what would be your preference for a good, complete, solid magic system that differs from the three examples I just gave? What would your options be? Or you just give me your top 5 if you want to. I don't really care if they're in any particular order. I'm just looking for examples here. I need some ideas because at the moment, I'm coming up empty. So thank you for your help. I would appreciate it, and I look forward to your answers.